You mentioned battling for $25,000 a night. The total purse for the 2 nights, $145,000. But only one previous winner here this weekend, Jonathan Davenport, who's won it 4 times. So will we have a new champion? Ricky Thornton Jr., after 2 out of 3 DNFs, back to victory lane here last night.
He found victory lane in a pretty big way by about 3.5 seconds last night over Jonathan Davenport. But the story last night was Clay Harris racing his way up from the 11th starting spot. Brand new power plant under the hood. He came from 11th, got to 3rd, and almost got Jonathan Davenport for 2nd. It was a much-needed good run for the 6 car.
Yeah, thanks to Wilkerson Farms down there in Florida. Scott Bailey is about an hour and a half away. Scott Bailey Racing Engines brought a motor yesterday. They were still installing it, about 4:30, 5:30 yesterday. Put it in the car, went out and qualified, and then came home in 3rd after starting in 11th last night. So a strong run for him. He was about ready to pack it up and head back to Florida because he was done for the year.
Yeah, kudos.
As far as with the Lucas Oil Series.
Kudos to him, that team, Scott Bailey, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a look at your race information for this evening's program. James, we'll have Dirt Draft Hot Laps, followed by All-Star Performance Time Trials. 4 8-lap heat races tonight. We'll take the top 4 out of each heat race, lock them into the main event. We'll have, as it stands right now, 2B mains, 10 laps in distance. That could change based on the number of cars. Top 3 out of each B main race their way in. And then, of course, tonight's 19th annual running of the CMH Diamond Nationals presented by Veland is 50 laps. And as we mentioned, $25,000 to win. We were rained out a year ago, James. So Jonathan Davenport is the most recent winner as he won this event back in 2023.
Talked about Brian Burkhoff the other night at 34. He'd won 2 out of the first 3 here. And this 19th annual event, again, Davenport's been to victory lane 4 times in this race. You see this fantastic facility, the Diamond Dirt Tracks. Thank you so much again having us back. You mentioned last year rained out. We're going to be battling the elements again here tonight, but we'll be ready to go. Again, the Jicamo Super Stocks. They've got 33 of them here tonight, and they will be on hand with us. They will hot lap first. 2001, we came here for the first time with the Lucas Oil Series, in 2005, I believe. 3/8 mile semi-bank clay oval. Well, they have 320 people. It's the latest census right here in Wheatland, Missouri.
That multiplies a little bit.
Danny Lorton, the general manager, Casey Schumann, the assistant general manager, and doing a great job here. And we've got 34 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series cars here tonight.
Yeah, had 36 last night. We lost what? Cole Henson and Jimmy Greenway here last night. Real quick look at the weather. You mentioned it. There is a front just to the southwest that's trying to push up this way. There's also a break in it as well, and there is a chance, just being very candid, there's a chance that it could hit us. There's a chance that it could split us also. So we're keeping an eye on that right now. We've got James's broken clouds, high of 81, light winds.
That's okay.
That's okay,
right? There's no precipitation falling, and we had to dodge the raindrops Thursday night. They did a great job getting that in. And then last night, about 20 minutes afterwards, came a rain. It wasn't a gully washer, but it was rain last night.
It was not a frog strangler.
No, it was not.
The third member of our broadcast team is Ben Shelton. He's not made it to the infield yet. Again, kind of keeping an eye on that front that's coming up from the southwest. Ben will join us just a little bit later on here this evening from the infield. And with that, we'll step away for our first set of commercial breaks. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing.
I don't know what it is. I totally feel like I'm a kid again when I get on my buzz bike.
Horsepower, baby. You know me, I like horsepower.
We no longer bring golf carts to the racetrack because we have buzz bikes.
University of Northwestern Ohio can turn your passion for all things diesel into a profitable career. On the shop floor, in our live engine rooms, or on the diesel dynos, 70% of your training is hands-on.
There's a good chunk of the time where you're just in the shop all day, and it's really enjoyable to apply what you just learned in the textbook.
From light duty to heavy duty, even specialty training in Mack and Volvo engines.
You can get pretty much a job anywhere. You're going to a top school for diesel, and they want you.
Get started today at unoh.edu.
V-Land is proud to be an official partner of the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Check us out at www.vland.com for more info. See you at the races. ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's arp-bolts.com.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by V-Land, your partner for all things metal. By Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. And by Lucas Oil Products, keep that engine alive. Welcome back here to Wheatland, Missouri, and there is a look at the entire, well, almost the entire facility, the off-road track. Our drone pilot is panning over. There's the dirt track in the background, and there is Lake Lucas off to the left in the upper left-hand part of your screen. What a facility.
Awesome facility here, and mentioned opened in 2001, and we've been coming here since 05, so this will be the 19th annual Diamond Nationals, and a great list of winners. Josh Richards, Chris Ferguson, Jared Landers. Can't wait to say his name again coming up in Batesville here in a month. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the updated point standings, James, here in the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship presented by ARP. Ricky Thornton Jr. closed the gap on Jonathan Davenport just a little bit for last night, and Hudson O'Neill has made up a little bit of ground on Devin Moran in that battle for third.
It could be a $30,000 night for either Davenport or Thornton. $25,000 to win the race. $5,000. Now that will not be determined until afterwards. $5,000 of the points leader after tonight. So Davenport, as you mentioned, 50 ahead of Thornton. Thornton picked up a little bit last night with the win, but Davenport came home in second. There you see Moran and O'Neill. They're only separated by what, 35?
Yep.
My Hoosier map tells me 35. Then
well.
Alberson, Shepard, Overton, Wilson, Ferguson, and then Donald McIntosh, who's 10th. In the championship points, leads the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase.
And I bet right on cue, we're going to take a look at the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year point standings.
We are right on it.
There it is.
Thank you. Danny Hilsebeck, 105 behind. Dan Ebert, third at 435. Again, the top three are going to get money. $20,000 to win the Rookie of the Year cash, and then $18,000 in contingencies as well.
We talked about Jonathan Davenport with that points lead, James. How has he gotten to the points lead? Well, you know what our friends down in the production trailer have done? They've thrown a little graphic together that shows the comparison this year between Jonathan Davenport and Ricky Thornton Jr. Sometimes I throw our production staff for a little bit of a curveball as well. Well, we can look at it later on.
Wins count a lot. You know, wins count a lot now because we head into the Final Four, at Knoxville, right?
Yeah. And so one thing real quick to note, the starts, Ricky Thornton Jr. has one less start. You got to remember in Speed Weeks, we don't count all of the races, right? He took a night off during Speed Weeks. I think it was at All-Tech, if I'm not mistaken, after he had trouble. So he took, I think, either that second or third night off at All-Tech. But there's a look at how they fared just solely in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here this season.
Yeah, and he won his first time since, May 17th at Eagle when he captured 50,000 in the Malvern Bank High Bank Heist. But again, wins. Thornton with 10. Davenport and Moran both have 5. O'Neill has 3. O'Neill is currently 4th in the points. You mentioned he's closing in on Moran. So Garrett Alberson, Brandon Shepard, and they got a little bit of work to do here, Overton, to get back into that top 4. We're off for a couple of days after today, right?
We get 2 days off. 3 days.
2
off.
days.
2 days off.
Then we're in Shelby County Speedway, Harlan, Iowa. Be sure to join us there. The Gary Hop, it'll be the Kosiski Family 53 Tuesday night. Weather forecast looks good. Looked that up a while ago. Houston Speedway, Brandon, South Dakota. Todd Waring, Doug Johnson welcome us. $75,000 to win 1 week from tonight, DJ. And then off for a couple weeks. Unfortunately, Florence lost their high limit race tonight. Brad Sweet won their last night. Michael Chilton won the late model 43rd annual Sunoco North-South 100 DJ. $75,000 to win. That'll be on August the 9th. Yes, sir.
Yep, we'll be there for that. And then it'll be the Topless 100 the following week. Wesley Quantley is going to join you at...
Seriously?
Yes, he is. He's going to pit report.
At Moon Pie's house. How about Moon Pie? He is a TikTok sensation this year.
You need to join TikTok. Port Royal, the Steve O'Neill House of Power there with the fairgrounds, the Juniata County Fairgrounds. The Rumble by the River comes up August 22nd and 23rd. And the Hillbilly 100 moves to Lernerville Speedway.
The oldest dirt late model race in the country. It started in 1967, before you and I were, well, before you were born.
I was young. You were very young.
And then we're off, of course, the World 100. We'll all be together that. And then Knoxville, $75,000 to win. September 18th through the 20th. In Brownstown, the C.J. Rayburn Memorial on a Friday night. The Jackson 100, $50,000 to win on Saturday night, September 27th. And we'll go to Pittsburgh. That's $50,000, right?
Yes.
Then we're off a week, and then we'll be at Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship, $100,000 to win at Eldora Speedway. Camping and tickets on sale, EldoraSpeedway.com.
LucasDirt.com for all the latest information. Final set of commercial breaks before Hot Laps. And I believe that we were going to roll with Hot Laps for the Super Stocks. Coming up first, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
And welcome back to Lucas Oil Speedway. It's the Super Stocks on the track. A little bit of a different look tonight as compared to last night, as they're going to come out for their hot lap sessions first. get a couple of laps in, get this track ironed in before the late models come out with a fresh track. And of course, the late models going directly from their hot laps to their qualifying. They wanted to make sure that the track was as close to qualifying conditions as possible. So the Superstock's going to come out first. Take you through some of the cars that are in the field tonight. 33, we lost a handful last night, including the feature winner. That was the 21 of Johnny Finnewald. He did not come back tonight, so 33 making their way here for night number 2 of the Diamond Nationals. The 08 on your screen. He was here last night. That's Scott Pullen out of Urick, Missouri. Scotty P chassis, stock engine, 2 top 10s this season. He finished 10th here back on June 14th. Mr. Donnie Miller got him a top 10 last night, pilot of the 26M. He's out of West Plains, currently 7th in the point standings. A Miller Smart Chassis Power Plant, Raider Transportation, Whitman Trucking, and Krigler Harvesting, sponsors for the winner back in April. Behind the wheel of the 06 is Morgan Campbell out of Nevada, Missouri. That's a Gold Digger chassis. Keith's Body Shop, Farmers Ag and Grain Supply, and Percy's Place, sponsors for the driver that's been here a couple times but does not have an official start as of yet. Jeff Dowdy in the 77. He is a longtime driver. Made the move down to this class from the modifieds and the B-Mod ranks. He's out of Butler, Missouri, a TRE chassis. Bunker Automotive, Big Country Tile, and Robert's Basement Repair, sponsors for Jeff. Luke Leatherman's been turning the fastest laps so far, 25.238. And again, these are going to be slow times with the track as slimy as it is right now. As the white flag will come out, they get one more circuit around this 3/8 mile oval. The 94C had a good run last night in JT Carroll. Got a top 10. He's got 5 of them on the season. Rays Lake Service, Kenny Carroll Excavating, and Alamo Arms sponsors the 94C. And then Kenny Carroll in the 94. That's the Ditch Digger. The father, who's a 2-time winner. He won to start the season back in March. And he also picked up a win in May, a Franklin Chassis Ruble Power Plant. He's 6th in the points. Again, the Hickamo Super Stocks back running 4 points for the first time in quite some time. 2020 was the last year that they ran a full season here at Lucas Oil Speedway for points. And you see Kenny Carroll now taking the fast time with the 24.359. And here is the son, JT Carroll, out of Camdenton. Franklin Chassis Chute Engine, Rays Lake Service, Kenny Carroll Excavating, and Alamo Arms, sponsors for JT. Welcome back to the 04. That is Blaine Ewing out of Green Ridge, Missouri. Won top 5 this season here at Lucas Oil Speedway, but he's won at Central Missouri twice. Sperry Auto Service, Heritage Fab, Ewing Farms, and Auto Glass Express, sponsors for Blaine. And we've seen him here in a modified. First time Chad Lyle has sported a super stock in a long time here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. It's a Shark chassis, Durham engine. Capital Investments, L&L Termite and Pest, 405 Performance Fuels, and Swift Springs, sponsors for the 7B. Chad won a modified race here last year at Lucas Oil Speedway, earning the right to come in with the Heartland Modified Tour whenever the Kubota High Limit Series was here at Lucas Oil Speedway. The 22W of Craig Wiggins is out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. He's one of them we picked up as he was not here last night. It's a Fike Fab chassis. Steve Heath built the engine. McMillan Farms, Craig Wiggins Equipment Repair, and Keith Hammett Construction, sponsors for Craig. The Keg One's Jeremy Russell, another Jonesboro, Arkansas native, in a Franklin chassis. Jarrett Farms, Daryl Hawkins Trucking. I don't think that's any relation to Jarrett, but to Jarrett down the road here. Hawkins Trucking and Tyler Automotive, sponsors for Jeremy Russell. The man with 2 nicknames, the Indian Outlaw, Scrappy Michael Muskrat out of Stillwell, Oklahoma. DHR Chassis and a Chinook Power Plant. Maxima Racing Oil, Brike Racing, Philpott's Complete Car Center, sponsors for Scrappy, who won at Midway to finish out the month of May. New leader on top of the pylons, the 94C of JT Carroll with the 23.808. Driver that won here earlier on in the year, that is the 4G of the Walker Rocket, Gary Clark out of Walker, Missouri. He won on May 3rd. Sleeper Chassis Elusive Power Plant. Hollywood John Hayes out of Goobertown, Arkansas. He is now fast time on the track. First driver to break a sub 23 with a 22.539. John's in a Ripon chassis and a Rubel engine. McIntyre Motorsports, Moark Dozing and Brocker Dozing, sponsors for Hollywood. Again, Johnny Finnewald ran away with it last night. Took the lead over early on in the 20-lap main event. Took home $650. Told us during the post-race interview he might not come back. He didn't know if he was going to make it for night number 2. And I kind of called him out on that. I'm like, you know, he said this before, and he always tends to show up for a big payday or for a big event. He just wanted to prove me wrong, and that's all right. Johnny can take a night off. He's earned it. 3-time winner on the series. As the checkers come out and the Super Stocks will climb the top of turn 1. Exit to the track is over in turn 2 as they roll out another set of Super Stocks over in the staging area. Hickamo picked up the sponsorship last year for the Big Buck 50 for this group, helped bring in one of the biggest events that the Super Stocks have and across the Midwest here at Lucas Oil Speedway. They are literally just down the road. Of course, when you're in Wheatland, everybody is just down the road, but Hickamo is the sponsor for the Super Stocks this year, helping to make them a mainstay and here on almost a weekly basis. They've actually ran more than any other class here with all the rain that we've had. As the next class comes out, the 3 was the Raven Aaron Poe out of Knob Noster, Missouri, a 2-time winner on the year. He's won at Central and at Electric City. The 27 of Jerry Evans is out of Warrensburg, Missouri, in a Franklin chassis. Brooks Auto is sponsor for Jerry. The 4 of Jared Hayes out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Hayes built chassis, Mullins engine, Schmidt countertops, Childers Trucking, A to Z Auto Parts, and DeWitt Farms, sponsors for the 2-time winner. He's picked up 2 victories here at Lucas Oil Speedway. First time ever Jacob Combs has been here, and it's his first time ever in a Super Stock. He's out of Mountain Home, Arkansas in the 10C. A Bullet chassis, Ken Smith built the engine, Schmidt countertops and construction, Eden's Turf and Sundown Automotive. Driver for the sponsors for the driver that usually runs in an IMCA modified, runs down in North Central Arkansas, and Flippin is his home track. The football coach down in Appleton City, Missouri is Colton Borland. He pilots the number 2 tonight in a Shark chassis and Mullins engine. CFB Construction, DD Farms, and professional PDR by Travis Cook. All along the door panels for Colton Borland. Tony Bowman in the 69Ts out of Purdy, Missouri. He's welcomed by the B4 over there in turns 3 and 4. The B4 is Terry Schultz out of Sedalia. Again, this track extremely slimy, but still turning pretty good laps right now as both Hayes are on the top of the leaderboard. Jared in the 21.808. Jace Nelson's out of Maynard, Arkansas. Point leader down at old number 1 with a win at Poplar Bluff this year. Twin Creek Cattle, Busy Bee Disposal, and Justin Jarrett Motorsports. Sponsors for Jace. I think anything with the name Jarrett you're going to applaud for, aren't you?
Is that Justin Jarrett? Is that what it is? I mean, I get called Justin a lot.
Yeah.
I was really pulling for Jeremy Russell in the Keg 1, the Jarrett Farm sponsored entry.
Yeah.
It's not to be confused with the Double J Farm in Belmont, Ohio, by the way.
Okay. I wasn't going to confuse him anyway.
Well,
sometimes.
But I might see if Jarrett Farms on the Keg 1 has maybe got some hunting ground up for lease this fall. You know,
very possible. And if you got Keg on the side of your car, you're going to have entertainment of a night. It's almost guaranteed.
You got to pull for the guy.
Hot laps winding down for the Super Stocks. Again, 33 strong here. They're going to run for 1,000. A little later on this evening, they are scheduled to roll off as the nightcap. As we're ready to see some late models hit the track. I think we got the track kind of ready for you guys. You should turn some good laps here.
Well, thanks, Shane. You should have been out there and ran the track in. And your wife she did 2 hours of running steps.
Shane's a track promoter now, right?
Earlier. That's right.
The people that still think that promoters show up at 11 a.m. on Saturday and Put a little water on, open the gates, right? Back up the Brinks truck.
That's right. Dirt Draft Hot Laps. James, if you are not a Dirt Draft subscriber, you can subscribe and get a free T-shirt, but I know that you are because
You
I know
better
your
put
password.
Clay Harris on there tonight because he upset a lot of Dirt Draft folks last night, right? $100,000 you've got to work with, right? You got a salary cap. Let's say that much.
You get a salary
So who's
cap.
got the highest value tonight? Probably Thornton or Davenport.
Yeah, probably Thornton.
Okay.
I set my starter lineup.
Was it 19,000 last night for Thornton?
No, it was 20, 21.
21?
If it was 19,000, you could get the five best guys.
What was Clay
drawn.
Harris last night? Maybe
He was like 19.5 or something.
he should be about 25.
Justin Wells might be a bargain.
He is back here. Went home, got worked on that car, the 98 car, the two-time defending track champion here out of Aurora, Missouri. Great run in the Show Me 100 for the 98 car, the Petty John Construction entry.
Or Kenny.
No, miss those guys, don't we?
That's right.
So Justin Wells, the TNT. Scott Bailey Racing Engines entry, Henry's towing service car. There's the Zero car. Welcome him back to late model racing. Came back in Florence a few weeks ago. The USMTS modified standout. Of course, he started in a late model. Jake O'Neill out of Tucson, Arizona. The Hodges Farms and Dredging Red Eye Radiator and DPF specials. You ever had a red eye radiator on your car? I'm on the vibe. It might have been after a few animals we've hit in the past, right? Holy smoke. There's Dan Ebert. That is a sharp-looking car.
You like that one, don't you? The Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Collins Brothers Towing 60 of Dan Ebert. We've also got Thursday night's winner at West Burlington, the 34 Raceway. There's Garrett Alberson and the Kennebeth Roberts Racing, Sunoco Race Fuels, Low Voltage Solutions, Messina Valley Transportation. Number 58, Aaron Morant made the show again last night. The Richmond, Missouri driver, and that Summit Heating and Cooling, Burlington Auto Repair sponsored number 1X. Last night's runner-up behind him, Superman Jonathan Davenport, the Lance and Darla Landers, Double L Motorsports, Newton Hand Ag Solutions, Dyna-Gro Seed sponsored number 49, the current series points leader. The 11 of Gordy Gundaker out of St. Charles, Missouri, and that JB Salvage, Bitcoin Benz Crypto Club, RLM Enterprises, Hooker Trucking, number 11.
Add JT Auto Sales on there too on both cars, and onboard.
The onboard
is back. With Garrett Alberson. You see Weston. You seen Weston this weekend.
I saw Weston last night. Yes, I did.
He's celebrating his first birthday coming up here in September. Danny as well. Danny not celebrating her first birthday, but but I need to get a mention to her on the crew. They all do a great job. There's the AK Tyler Kuykendall.
A heat race winner
last night. Not so much in the feature, but he learns a lot every time he's on the racetrack. Tyler Kuykendall right now, 17.692.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, on that Moran, you said Burlington. It's Burlington Auto. Is it Burlington Auto?
What?
Because I didn't complete my card here. Go with.
Aaron Moran. It's Burlington.
Not the Burlington Coat House.
No, Burlington. Right? No, not Burlington Coat Factory. It's Burlington Auto Repair.
Thank you.
You got Ricketts Mice Properties.
It's Mice.
Right? Yes. Okay. You got Bob Morton Enterprises.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you read your writing?
No. Okay. But anyway, Davenport's got a Cornet under the hood. Thank you for filling in my Chris Simpson card that you did at the door. Aaron Morant.
Look at John Benning.
John Benning.
Oh,
and that,
my.
Yeah, that
the 28 special.
I talked to him earlier, John Benning. Jeff Provenzino out of Minnesota, who has connections to Scott Bloomquist and all that in the past. But John Benning, the 65 car, third right there. But Aaron Morant, the 1X. Not the Burlington Coat Factory sponsored car, but the Burlington Auto. 17.383. Again, thanks to Dirt Draft, there is a cash awarded seasons. I believe Jonathan Davenport has the most fast times right now, second in this group, and that's going to get a cash award at our awards banquet later this season. Aaron Moran out of Richmond, Missouri.
Not Richmond, Kentucky.
No.
Or Richmond, Indiana.
No. Neither one of those.
Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, California, isn't it, I think? Hey, I talked to Clay Harris earlier. I think you did too. Scott Bailey.
Yep.
They just got that engine, of course, yesterday, and they put it in. They weren't even ready till about 5:30. Got it in there. And I know Scott's back today helping them. Michael and B.J. Wilkerson's Farms. Clay wanted me to give a shout out to them. Also his crew, Chad Dishman and Cameron McGully. Thanks for all that they did for him because they were out of bullets. After 34 Raceway, they were going to load it up here yesterday morning and head south, and they were done with the Lucas Oil Series for this year because they was out of motors. And so they got together with their sponsors, the crew, and Mr. Wilkerson said, hey, let's get one. So they called Scott Bailey, who was about an hour and a half away. I guess Dalton Wilson gave them the lead on that.
Oh, wow.
And so they bring a motor, and there you go.
Well, how about that? That's
an awesome story, and he comes home in third, and from 11th.
That's good stuff, man.
Didn't even get a chance to work on the car yesterday. I mean, nothing on setup or tires or anything. Pop them up, put the motor in. See what happens here tonight. He'll be in Group B here tonight.
Let those guys roll the racetrack in just a little bit. Going to turn them loose here one more time in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Again, go to dirtdraft.com. Set your fantasy lineup. If you don't play, I encourage it. It's a lot of fun, man. I am not very good at it, but doggone, it's a lot of fun. I was all right last night. It was like 200.
Who won last night? Do you know on the?
No, I didn't look. I looked to see how I do.
How did you do? Out of how many?
I was 200 and something out of 1,000 and something, maybe.
But my friend, you are still the reigning World 100 Dirt Draft champion.
Still got the trophy. Still got the trophy.
What is it? Oh, Tiffany.
Producer Tiffany yelling in our ear that I cheated. That is.
No, there's no cheating in racing. He was in the gray area, but you didn't cheat. 16, 2, 3, 5, Tyler Keikenhoff. Hey, want to give a shout out. I talked to Chris Davis late last night, and he just wishes he was here. Right?
I know.
I said,
kills him to not be here.
Have Earl Pearson come get you, bring you up here in the elevator, set up with Dustin on the air conditioning. All right, but he's getting better.
He is.
He's getting better. He's got a foot issue, and he's going to be listening to us, and he's excited over that. There's Tyler Wolf. Not bad last night. Came up a little bit short of making the show, but what a modified standout he is in an Army number 4W.
The Army General Contractors Lobo Racing sponsored 4W. Behind him, the big perm, Dalton Wilson, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Winner at Fayetteville earlier this year in that big crate race. The James Ratliff Racing Clements-powered Longhorn 4. Dalton Wilson behind him in the Colton Miller JCM Motorsports 19M. That's going to be Spencer Hughes out of Causeyville, Mississippi. The Yellowhammer Design and Construction Clyburn Tank Line sponsored 19M for Spence.
Yeah, in that battle for 12th in the points, he leads Eber by a few there. So he's trying to hang on for that spot. It's $1,000, by the way. $5,000 of the top point man after ninth. The rest will share in $16,000. This driver now 4 out of 6 here at Wheatland this year. Hudson O'Neill, the Big River Steel, SSI Motorsports, Wheeler Meadows 71 out of Martinsville, Indiana. There's a Hoopaw Grading Company. Coleman Farms Racing, Live Oak Aesthetic number 93. That is Carson Ferguson.
Caden Klatt right there alongside him out of Edina, Missouri, in the B Scene Signs Pro Design sponsored number 50. A couple other drivers on the track, James. There's a good look at the number 7J out of Aurora, Missouri. That is Ryan Johnson. In the Underground Concrete Johnson Construction Woody's Express sponsored 7J. And one other driver on the Speedway rolling into turn number 3. That's going to be the 11T of St. Charles, Missouri's Trevor Gundaker in the Fast One Speed Shop. Woody Bogler Trucking Millard Family Chapel sponsored number 11T.
Saul Reed Millard, he's here.
He's right
next door to us here. Not racing tonight, but sponsoring Trevor Gundaker and also Caden Klatt as well. Trevor Gundaker, 16-129 in that group of Dirt Draft Hot Laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Again, thanks to our friends Aaron Baldridge at Veland. And he had to go back. He went to Europe, today.
Oh.
Yeah, he had to go back to Europe. So thanks to him for sponsoring this weekend. Veland does a great job with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We appreciate all their help. And there was the man of the hour last night. That's all when Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport talk about you,
you're something.
You've done something from 11th to 3rd last night, DJ Clay Harris.
Don't talk about us, so. It's probably better, though. That is Clay Harris in the 6th. Behind him in the Rocket 1, that, of course, is Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois. The Valvoline Swabert Calf Ranch is Petroff Towing Performance Grading Ace Metalworks sponsored entry for Mark Richards, Brandon Shepard. He'll be followed by a driver that was here last night but had trouble getting rolling. And Sammy Hagar says it is 8:05. That's South Coffeyville, Oklahoma's Rob Huff in the Designs Unlimited Your Place Beauty Salon, sponsored number 805.
You can't drive 55 either, right? There's the 15L former Show Me 100 winner, the Tucker Cox Capital. That is Peyton Looney. Peyton Looney out of Republic, Missouri. in the 15L. Made the show last night, but unfortunately the first car out of the race, so he's hoping for better results here tonight. There's the Lazy Days RV, Big River Steel, C&W Trucking. For Roger Sellers, Double Down Motorsports team, that is Devin Moran. Devin Moran, 5 wins here this year in the Lucas Oil Series, currently third in the points. He's out of Dresden, Ohio.
And the driver behind him in that Riggs Motorsports Longhorn factory team, that is going to be the 76 of Brandon Overton with the Dude Wipes wrap this weekend. Garnto Southern, Heartbeat Hot Soft, Snap Auto Parts also on the side of the Evans, Georgia drivers. Number 76, Brandon Overton. The 3 is Brennan Willard out of Lebanon, Missouri. In the Willard Paving, Low Boats, Lebanon Ready Mix, Allgaier Performance sponsored car for Brennan Willard. Who else? We got Clay Stuckey out there, James, in the Longhorn, the number 15, a 2-time winner this year in that Lucas Oil Advanced Powder Coating Fibertech Laser Cutting sponsored number 15. And was there one other one? Yeah, the 97 of Cade Dillard. Also on the racetrack out of Robeline, Louisiana, in the Shane Sprinkle S&S Fishing and Rental, Joel's Auto Sales, Messiah Valley Transportation, number 97.
Talk about Clay Stuckey, of course, his dad Ronnie Stuckey, teaming up with Steve Martin. Got a problem here with Stuckey on the main straightaway. Hey, Larry Mooring, of course, longtime car owner, Graphics Arts Express, couple other sponsors on that car from Larry Mooring. Larry doing well. We missed the Brown rig, right? He had the Brown rig.
Yes, that's
Matt
right.
Miller and Steve Francis and Don O'Neill could go on down the line as one. So hopefully Clay will get his car back ready for All-Star Performance Time Trials. Do you see Clay Harris right there? Again, Wilkerson Farms, Scott Bailey Racing Engine under the hood now of that Longhorn. His best career finish, as Ben mentioned last night, was second at Ocala last year, and his first podium of the year. And I tell you, if it had been about, I don't know, maybe 5 more laps, who knows, he could have got runner-up. I'm not sure if he could have caught Thornton without a caution, but a great job for Clay Harris last night.
Yeah, Thornton was
on
kind of
the podium. Yep.
He was in a zip code of his own there last night. As the 805 of Rob Huff with problems, he's going to yield down to the infield. It's a good looking race car.
Rob Huff back into racing. He had been in it for quite some time a while back, but out of it for a couple of years. There's Brandon Shepard, the Valvoline Sorbert Calf Ranches Durham Ford, 15824 for Brandon Shepard. One win this year. That came at Atomic last Friday night. Currently 6th in the points. We mentioned Moran right now in 3rd. He's 35 ahead of O'Neill, who is 4th, and then Garrett Alberson in that 5th spot. Well, they're the top 5th place in the points, pays $100,000, so that's not bad, is it?
Absolutely.
They want that $250,000. Does somebody a lot of smoke here on the main straightaway? Was it Brennan Willard in the 3 car?
Yeah, I think it was, everyone's still rolling right now. Maybe going to roll this racetrack in a lap or 2, but it was from the 3 of Brennan Willard. And they're going to, looks like, send
hopefully
these drivers
just an
back.
oil line or something, but don't see a trail of oil behind him. But there's Tony Jackson Jr., Sloop, right?
Yes.
Sloop Enterprises.
Good job.
Right there, the Bill Stein Longhorn Sunoco Race Fuels. Tony Jackson Jr., the veteran out of Lebanon, Missouri in 56.
Behind him will be the 1/4 J, Jackson Ertl out of Neosho, Missouri. The Modco power plant underneath the hood of that rocket chassis for Jackson Ertl. The Ron's Towing, Goodman Trust 3D Tank, Black Rain Ordnance, not the Black River Ordnance, not Green River Ordnance, the Black Rain Ordnance sponsored number 1/4J. Dalton Imhoff on your screen out of Jamestown, Missouri. That Shepherd Engine Development power plant, Black Diamond race car, the Imhoff Farms, Imhoff Construction 96.
Yeah,
for
what could have been last night, DJ? Running second in this heat race, had a flat tire, and glad to have Dalton back with us tonight. There's the 87 car, the modified hot shoe, Darren Fuqua. Darren Fuqua in the Black Diamond car, Mayetta, Kansas. His home for car 87, trying to make it in his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. So you got Tyler Wolf here and Brandon Fuqua, well established in the modified ranks, taking a shot at super late models. And why not? If you're going to get better, run against the best in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And there was the best driver a year ago. Well, actually, the last couple of years he's been hard to handle. But man, May the 17th, his last win, the kids Man, that confetti had to taste good last night, didn't it?
Absolutely. He's going to step behind the wheel of an IMCA stock car the next couple nights as well. There's Daniel Hilsebeck, a great run for him at the 34 Raceway at West Burlington, Iowa, just a couple of nights ago on Thursday. The Earlham, Iowa driver in that Clemens-powered Capital race car. There's Corey Lawler out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, the 23-year-old in the Ponchos Racing Products. Sunoco Race Fuels PPC lubricant sponsored number 93.
By the way, as we met, Daniel Hilsebeck still has that hauler he had for sale. He's
It's
still
still
got
for
he's
sale,
got
that's
the new
right.
one. He's got the owner for sale. So if you're, hey, we're coming back to Iowa on Tuesday. So if you come to Shelby County, bring a little bit of cash, right?
Yeah,
A little
that's
bit
right.
of cash.
If I,
and then
I
we're
bet-
coming to Houston. So
I bet if you pay cash for it, Hilsebeck might even give you a little bit of a discount. I don't know.
Do that.
I don't
He
know.
might do that. So anyway, that is for sale. So if you're looking for a rig, and if you're a modified, there's guys here in the super stocks that's got really nice haulers over the pit area, right?
You really want this contingency bonus for selling the rig, don't you? $500.
Well, you and I have already promised to split.
We're gonna
it.
split
And I
it.
told Daniel that earlier, and he said, "You guys go right ahead because you've got a big following to call it."
Did you tell him we're going to buy Eldora 50-50 tickets with it if we? If we might buy him next. I won't be in the state of Ohio next week to buy him though. During the Joker's
We will
Wild
not be.
and
We can go through Penrod. We can go through Penrod
that's
next
right,
week.
Rob Penrod.
From the flag stand, we'll text him.
Yes, Rob Penrod back with the helmet on tonight. By the way, it was too hot last night. He said.
He had the helmet on last night, didn't he?
Not all night. No.
Ricky Thorne Jr., Cornet-powered Longhorn, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Capital Waste, Hoker Trucking Car. Fourth and final group of hot laps, Dirt Draft Hot Laps for Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. You're going to go to dirtdraft.com or get the app.
Tony Jackson
$100,000 salary cap.
Tony Jackson Jr. quickest 15724.
He always has sharp cars, doesn't he?
Yeah, clean. They're always clean looking, you know.
Yep. He reminds me of Lanigan. Of course, he ran a Club 29, right, with Lanigan. Daryl Lanigan, he'd get a scuff on a quarter. He'd replace the whole side, right?
Yes. Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
His race shop, you could eat off the floor there.
Ooh.
All right, 15-7-2-4, Tony Jackson in that last group. DJ, let's take a break, buddy.
Yes, we are. When we come back. Oh, hang on. Oh, look at this. Garrett Alberson is watching us from the iPad, sitting in the staging lane, getting ready to come out for All-Star Performance Time Trials. That'll be coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's live on FloRacing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lucas Oil Speedway here in Wheatland, Missouri for the final night of racing action of the 19th annual CMH Diamond Nationals presented by Veland. And next on the agenda is All-Star Performance Time Trials for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and the field has been split in half. Group A and Group B, they qualify against themselves respectively, and the first trios making their way on the track.
This will be Group A. They'll make up heats 1 and 2 tonight. It'll be Danny Bertie's of Lakeshore, Minnesota, followed by the 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia's Jonathan Davenport, and the 58 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, Garrett Alberson. Dan Ebert, the Collins Brothers Towing, Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Woody's Racing, Christensen Group, that's a Rocket Durham, Jonathan Davenport, the Nutrien Ag Solutions, Dynagrow Seed, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing, the Carolinas, Longhorn, Cornet, and then Garrett Alberson, Low Voltage Solutions, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Sunoco, Titan Racing Products, Dickey's Doghouse, Cheap Cars, Fertilizer Equipment, Romer Machine, that's a Longhorn Clements, 58.
Davenport, Alberson, Ebert is how they, oh, look at that. Oh, they know I love the in-car camera, James. Davenport, the time to beat, 15049. Let's see what Alberson has on lap number 2. You ride along with him. His second lap's a little better, 15750. And Dan Ebert, third quick, 16007. But Jonathan Davenport lays down a pretty sporty time to beat in this first trio, 15.049.
Up next will be the 98 two-time Pacific Track champion here at Wheatland. Will be Aurora, Missouri, Justin Wells, the Petty John Construction, Henry's Towing Service, Wilson Dock Construction, Super Seal, Bill Vance Marine, that's a TNT, Scott Bailey, Aaron Morant, the Summit Heating and Cooling, Burlington Auto Repair, Main Street Body and Tow, Ricketts Mice Properties, Longhorn, Durham, and John Benning, the 28 Special, Scott Bailey Engines, All Pro Electrical Technologies, Hicks Bricks Designs, MMI Construction, and Imami Cigars.
First lap time for Justin Wells is third quick. Aaron Morant goes second fastest on lap number 1, and John Benning is sixth quick. See what they have on lap number 2. Here comes Justin Wells. His second lap time is better. Second quick, 15517. Second lap time for Aaron Morant, better. He goes to second quick, 15412. And John Benning's second lap, not quite as good. He'll be sixth, 16018. After 6 cars, it's Davenport, Morant, Wells, your top 3.
Up next is return of Super Late Models out of Tucson, Arizona. The 0 to be Jake O'Neill. Jake O'Neill, the Hodges Farms and Dredging, Red Eye Radiator and DPF Special. Recourse Centers, Texas General Mechanical, that's a Longhorn Clements. Followed by the 11 out of St. Charles, Missouri. It'll be Gordy Gundaker. Gordy Gundaker and the Hoker Trucking, Bitcoin Benz, Crypto Club, McKay Corporation, JB Salvage, Cheap Cars, JT Auto Sales, Longhorn Clements. Followed by the AK. He raced winner here last night out of Warsaw, Missouri. It's Tyler Kuykendall. Tyler Kuykendall and the Williams Contracting Alliance, Driveway Solutions, TNK Automotive, Front Runner Services. That's a Rocket with a Modco engine for Tyler Kuykendall. Just like saying that name.
Yes, you do.
Kuykendall.
Well, you got to say it a lot last night because he picked up the win in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4. First lap time for Jake O'Neill. And he is fifth quick. First lap time for Gordy Gundaker, 4th. And the first trip around for Tyler Kuykendall, second fastest, 15334. Lap number 2 for Tucson, Arizona's Jake O'Neill, not as good. 7th quick, best lap, 15.932. Gordy Gundaker's better on lap 2. He's 4th with a 15485, and Kuykendall improves on lap 2. His second lap, second quick, 15.2895. You see it rounded up to 15290 there on the screen.
Up next will be the 19M out of Marin, Mississippi. 12th in the points will be Spencer Hughes. He's in the Colt Miller, JCM Motorsports, Yellowhammer Design and Construction, Clyburn Tank Lines, Neo Bubbles Car Wash, Lone Star Super Gas, Torco Fuels, Dry Barstow. That's the Indiana USSSA Fast Pitch Softball. Rocket with a J. Dickens, followed by the 71 of the Martinsville, Indiana. He's won 4 out of the last 6 here. That is Hudson O'Neill. Hudson O'Neill, the Todd and Vicki Burns SSI Motorsports. That's the Big River Steel, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company, Subsurface of Indiana, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, Westside Tractor, Dyno One Inc., O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Indiana USSSA Fast Pitch Softball, Bob and Tammy Bird, Houchins Insurance, Sunoco, Bobcat Abates, that's a Longhorn Cornet, and Dalton Wilson, the Grant Lee Farms, MG Auto Sales, the Auto Outlet, Innovative Community Solutions, Longhorn Clements for James Ratliff.
You did good, got them all in. Spence 4th quick on his first trip around. Hudson O'Neill goes 7th fastest on lap number 1, and Dalton Wilson will now go 7th fastest. 3 regulars with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing. Spence, lap 2, a little better, stays 4th, 1.5455. Hudson O'Neal is a little better, but is 8th quick, 1.5571. And the big perm, Dalton Wilson, is 7th fastest. His best lap is a 1.5524. It's Jonathan Davenport, Tyler Kuykendall, Aaron Morant, your top 3 after 12 cars.
Up next to be the 50 DJ out of Edina, Missouri. It's Caden Klatt. Caden Klatt in the Be Seen Signs, Pro Designs, McVickers, Misty Valley Farms, Millard Family Racing, Toast Construction, Roberts Enterprises, Millard Family Chapels, Papage Construction, Longhorn with a Pro Power, followed by the 11T out of St. Charles, Missouri. It'll be Trevor Gundaker. Trevor Gundaker in the Woody Bogler Trucking, Advanced Racing Suspension, Kaiser, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, PM Racing Gears and Drivelines, Kevco, and JT Auto Sales. That's a Longhorn Pro Power, followed by Carson Ferguson, the 93, comes to us out of Lincoln, North Carolina. The Paler Motorsports, Longhorn Clement, Supal Grading Company, Live Oak Aesthetic and Family Dentistry, Coleman Farms Racing, Buddy's Automotive, Brad Benton Trucking, Baker Mitchell, Triple Electric, Pro Fabrication, Boone HVAC, Solidify Concrete, Floor Solutions, number 93.
They're all gunning for Jonathan Davenport's lap of 15.049. Caden Klatt will go 10th quick on lap number 1. Trevor Gundaker's first lap time is 14th fastest. He'll look to improve on that. And Carson Ferguson goes 10th quick his first time around. Lap 2 for the 50 of Caden Klatt is better. He jumps up to 6th, 1.5505. Second trip around for Trevor Gundaker, better, 12th quick, 15.862, and Carson Ferguson improves just a little bit on lap number 2. He'll be 10th fastest with a 1.5723. 15 drivers have attempted a lap, and Jonathan Davenport still has the time to beat, 1.5049.
2 more to go in Group A. It'll be Ryan Johnson. He drives the 7J. Comes to us out of Aurora, Missouri. He's in the David Johnson Construction, Underground Concrete, Woody's Express, Ormsby's Trucking, Jason Stump Grinding, Horner Roofing, Greenfield Ready Mix, Todd Exteriors, and Bear Cave Customs. It's a Longhorn Yeoman Racing engine. And our final qualifier, the modified hot shoe, back in a super late model here tonight. Out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, to be Tyler Wolf. Tyler Wolf in the 4W, the Army Lobo Racing, Rasmussen Construction. That's an MB Customs with an ECE racing engine for Tyler Wolf. They came up just a little bit short last night. The final 2 here in Group A.
Again, they're gunning for Jonathan Davenport's quick lap of 15.049. Spencer Hughes right now the final driver to sit on the front row of a heat with a 15.455. Ryan Johnson will go 16th, and Tyler Wolf will go 17th on their first trip around, lap number 2. Coming up for the Aurora, Missouri driver, Ryan Johnson in 7J. His second lap's a little better, James, but he stays 16th. Best lap, 1.6028, and Tyler Wolf does the same. He improves a little on lap number 2, but stays 17th with a 16.222. And that will unofficially wrap up All-Star Performance Time Trials for the first half of the field, Group A, with Superman Jonathan Davenport setting the quick time, 1.5049. How about Tyler Kuykendall, James, second quick. He'll start on the pole of heat race number 3 here this evening. Aaron Moran, another good qualifying effort, and Spencer Hughes. Those 4 drivers will start on the front row of heat races 1 and 3, and you saw the rest of the top 10 there on your screen.
1 and 2.
Yes, 1 and 2. Thank you.
You're fine.
Thank you. 1 and 2. I was thinking of the feature starting lineup. They'll be on the inside of
odd and even.
Oh, odd and even. That's right. Hey, and also being quick time, Jonathan Davenport gets 10 bonus points toward that Big River Steel chase for the championship presented by ARP.
Group B DJ to be Peyton Looney, former Shelby 100 winner at Republic, Missouri. The Tucker Cox Capital with a Creason Racing engine, Advanced Heating and Cooling. Cole County Upholstery, Garlock Construction, Smarter Move Real Estate, and Rourke Glass, followed by Brandon Shepard, the Valvoline, Serpent Calf Ranches, Franklin Enterprises, Petro Towing, Gunners Honey, Ace Metal Works, Collins Brothers, Sunoco, Styles Marine and Maintenance, Rocket One, Pre-Owned Motors, Rocket Durham, Brandon Overton. He is in the Dude Wives, Sea of Other Transportation, Heartbeat Hot Sauce, Garto Southern, Big Dog Stumpetry, The Riggs Motorsports, Longhorn Clements.
First lap times up for this trio, and Brandon Shepard's the quickest of the first 3 drivers in Group B with a 15.301. Peyton Looney, his second lap is better, 1.6007. He's third quick. Shep's second lap, not as good. He'll stand on a 15.301. And the second lap time for Brandon Overton is better, and he goes to the top of the leaderboard, 1.5266. The time to beat early in the going for Group B.
Well, a couple of cars that had some issues in hot laps. One of them coming up next. Well, nor Willard or Stuckey out there, so it'll be the 99 out of Dresden, Ohio, Devin Moran, and the 97 out of Robeline, Louisiana, Cade Dillard, and the 6 out of Jupiter, Florida, Clay Harris. Devin Moran, the Big River Steel, Lazy Days RVC, and Toby Trucking, Millwood Plumbing, Anthony's Pizza, Pee-wee's Wrecker Service, Red Oak Pub, Refuel Wellness, Car Source Auto, McHugh Chrysler, Dodge Jeep, it's a Longhorn, and in Cade Dillard, the Joel's Auto Sales, SNS Fishing and Rental, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Johnsville Company, Nichols Strength Roofing, Wheeler Metals, Production Jars, Jody's Oilfield, Longhorn Clementson, and Clay Harris, the Wilkerson Farms Impact Electrical, Longhorn Scott Bailey.
Cade Dillard, third quick. Devin Moran, fourth quick. Clay Harris, sixth quick. On lap number 1, lap 2 for the former Show Me 100 champ Devin Moran, a little better, third fastest now, 1.5408. Cade Dillard, second lap, a little better. He'll be fourth, 1.5437. And Clay Harris, the podium finish last night, goes fifth quick right now, 1.5.985 for the Jupiter, Florida driver. 6 drivers have attempted a lap in Group B. Brandon Overton, the time to beat, 1.5266.
Robert Huff over there as well. So it'll be the 20 RT, last night's winner out of Chandler, Arizona. Currently second in the points, the defending series champion. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr., the Bobby and Jessica Kohler. That is the Hoker Trucking, Knights Company, Coleman Farms Racing, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Elite Ready Mix, Capital Waste, Sunoco Race Fuels, EMD Wrap Certified Inspection. That is a Longhorn with a Cornet power plant under the hood. Followed by the modified hot shoe, Darren Fuqua. He's out of Mayetta, Kansas, at the Black Diamond Driscoll. DreamWorks Custom Coaches, Murphy Agra, Fuqua Trucking, Big Time Bail Bonds, Kansas Powertrain, 711 Designs, Arbor Motors, Mullins Race Chassis, that's his modified BCC sign. Number 87 in Jackson Ertl, he's out of Neosho, Missouri, in the Rocket Modco. Ron's Towing, 3D Tank, Goodman Truss, and Black Rain Ordnance sponsor the 16-year-old Jackson Ertl.
Ricky Thornton Jr., third quick. Darren Fuqua, eighth quick. Jackson Ertl, seventh fastest on lap number 1. Last night's winner, RTJ, on lap number 2. Is a little bit better. He'll move up a spot to second. Best lap, 1.5269. Darren Fuqua's better on lap 2, stays ninth quick, 16.125. And a good qualifying effort for Jackson Ertl, James, as he will be sixth fastest right now with a 1.5669. 9 drivers have attempted a lap. Brandon Overton, Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Shepard, your top 3.
So we should have 5 more to go. So no lap on Willard, Stuckey, and Rob Huff. We'll go to the 96. He's out of Jamestown, Missouri. That'll be Dalton Imhoff. Dalton Imhoff and the Imhoff Construction, Imhoff Farms. It's the Black Diamond Shepherd engine development motor under the hood. Followed by the 56 out of Lebanon, Missouri. The veteran driver is Tony Jackson Jr. He's in the Schloop Enterprises. Sunoco Race Fuels, All Geyer Performance, Merrill Bonding, Longhorn Cornet. And then the 22 second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase out of Earlham, Iowa, Daniel Hilzebeck. He's in the Banning Chiropractic, 22 Enterprises, Big Deal Car Care, Hilzebeck Farms, Finish Line Body and Paint, Adams Snow Removal, and Alley Auto Sales, Capital Clements for Daniel Hilzebeck.
Yes, so wow, 3 drivers, as you mentioned, here in Group B, unable to answer the call. As Dalton Imhoff goes fourth quick, good lap. James Tony Jackson Jr. is seventh fastest, and Daniel Hilzebeck goes eighth quick. Remember, Dalton Imhoff, you talked about it earlier, James, had a good run going last night in his heat and got a flat. He stays fourth fastest, best lap 15.361. Tony Jackson Jr. seventh quick, best lap 1.5548, and Daniel Hilzebeck will be 8th. His best lap time is a 1.5644. It's still Brandon Overton, Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Shepard, your top 3. And with the scratches in Group B, James, we have just 2 drivers left to qualify.
2 more left. Yeah, there may be somebody else there at the back. Clayton Stuckey, maybe Corey. There's Daniel McIntosh. He will be out second. It'll be Corey Lawler. He's in the blue and white 93. He is out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. The PPC Lubricants, Poncho's Racing Products, Creekside out of Sunoco, Longhorn Pro Power. Followed by the driver leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. 10th of the championship points. It'll be Donald McIntosh. Donald McIntosh, he's out of Dawsonville, Georgia. He is in the H&H Auto Sales. Coleman Farms Racing, Nobody Walks, NC.com, the Billy X Racing, Longhorn Clements of the 15 car. He is in the Lucas Oil Products, Advanced Powder Coating, Graphics, Arts Express, RV Collision Repair and Auto, FiberTech Laser Cutting, Mooring Transit, Longhorn Clements. Out of Shreveport, Louisiana, it's Clay Stuckey.
I believe, will Clay Stuckey just get one lap out? He's still got issues on the 15. I don't think it's going to matter. White flag is out for Corey Lawler and Donald McIntosh. They go 10th and 11th respectively as Stuckey pulls back into the infield, still having issues. On that number 15, Corey Lawler's second lap time, not as good. He stays 10th quick. Best lap, 1:5.733. D-Mac's second lap time, also not as good. He will stay 11th with a 1:5.863. And that is a wrap on All-Star Performance Time Trials here this evening. In Group B, it was Brandon Overton setting the quickest lap with a 1:5.266. Ricky Thornton Jr. second, Brandon Shepard third, and Dalton Imhoff fourth. Those four drivers will start on the front row. Heat races 3 and 4 here this evening. Moran, Dillard, Jackson, Hilsebeck, Ertl, and Lawler will round out the top 10 in All-Star Performance Time Trials in Group B. And it was Superman Jonathan Davenport setting the overall fastest lap time here tonight in All-Star Performance Time Trials for night 2 of the 19th annual CMH Diamond Nationals presented by Veland. How about that? How about that drone shot? So Jonathan Davenport waiting to see if he is going to make his way back out on the Speedway to accept his All-Star Performance Fast Time Award. And I believe that he is going to make his way back out. Of course, it will be a quick turnaround for him as he will be in that very first Penske Shocks heat race coming up just a little bit. And no, getting word from race control that he will not be coming back out on the Speedway. So with that in mind, we've got 4 heat races for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series coming up here momentarily. Opening ceremonies next on the agenda. Don't go anywhere. It's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing.
The My Race Pass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports, you'll always have the information you need in the palm of your hand. Race day information with official entries, lineups, live timing and drag racing timing slips, official results, point standings, announcer audio, fantasy racing, and so much more. Don't be left in the dark on race night. Download the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store. My Race Pass, the ultimate racing resource.
Hey race fans, have you set your Dirt Draft lineup yet? Dirt Draft is the fantasy racing app you can download right on your phone. Pick a team of 5 drivers within your $100,000 salary cap, and the better they do, the better you do. You earn points to spend in the Dirt Draft Speed Shop for all kinds of cool stuff, from t-shirts and hats, race tickets and pit passes, or even a season pass to FloRacing. New subscribers even get a free Dirt Draft t-shirt. Download the Dirt Draft app now from the Apple app or Google Play Store.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is back big for 2025 as the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP kicks off in January and concludes at the season finale at Eldora Speedway in October. Drivers will battle for over $1.3 million with $250,000 awarded to the series champion at Eldora Speedway. Don't miss the action all season.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge. to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy, because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
This is what you save your lunch money for. Welcome to the High Limit Room.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. By Lucas Oil Products, keep that engine alive. And by Velan Metals, your partner for all things metal. Well, welcome back here to Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri, ladies and gentlemen. And we are ready to get underway with opening ceremonies here tonight. And for that, we'll send it trackside down to Mr. Doug Neff.
And thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lucas Oil Speedway. It is the 19th annual CMH Diamond Nationals presented by Velan. We are glad to have you here. Also here, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for one of the individuals we could not be here without. That is Mrs. Charlotte Lucas and family and friends here tonight. She wanted to thank everybody for being here and great fans in the stands here at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks. As we get an opportunity, we would like to pay tribute to some very important people. That is our veterans. If you have served or are serving in the United States military, whether it be the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, or the Coast Guard, please stand at this time and be recognized for your service. If you would, please join those heroes standing among you here tonight. Remove your caps for our invocation. Reverend Alan Perkins and Racers for Christ.
Can we pray? Father, the first thing tonight, we're going to put this weather in your hands and just trust you. But we'd like to get in a night of racing. We pray, but we put that in your hands. And Lord, we just ask you for your blessings here tonight of safety, and keep your hand upon everyone in and around this track tonight, and keep them safe. We thank you for the men and women who have served and are serving this great United States. We pray your blessings upon them, Lord, tonight. We thank you for the Lucas family and pray that you help them and that you be with them in everything that they need. And Lord, we thank you for the sponsors and the men and women who work so hard here to provide this place for us. And now, Lord, we remember tonight, we pray for Jake DeLong's wife. She's got some problems and some physical problems, and she needs your help. And we'll pray for her and her family, Lord, that you just be with them. And Lord, we thank you for this great United States of America. We pray your blessings upon it. And Lord, we thank you and give us a good night of racing. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Please remain standing and remove your hats, put your hands to your heart for the performing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we say we have the best fans in the stand. Well, Speedway, that means it's time to answer one question before we send it upstairs to Dustin Jarrett and the legendary James Essex. Are you ready for racing tonight? Upstairs to you.
All right, Doug, thanks so much.
Oh, my. Are you ready, my friend?
Man, I was born ready.
4 heats, top 4, go to the 25K to win. CMH Diamond Nationals brought to you by Veland. Here we go, DJ.
Starting on the pole, a Penske Shocks heat race number 1. Last night's runner-up, the current series points leader out of Blairsville, Georgia. It'll be Superman Jonathan Davenport, and on his outside. Can he do it? Out of Richmond, Missouri, in the 1X, it's Aaron Morant.
Row 2 will be Gordy Gundaker. He is out of St. Charles, Missouri. In the 11 and outside, Justin Wells, the reigning track champion here. He's out of Aurora, Missouri in 98.
We move back to row 3, and on the inside, well, look at that row 3. We got Hudson O'Neal on the inside out of Martinsville, Indiana, the 71, and on his outside, out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, the 58 of Garrett Alberson. Oh, my.
Jake O'Neal returned to Super Late Models a few weeks ago. He's here tonight in the 0, Tucson, Arizona. John Benning. He's out of Warrensburg, Missouri, and then Tyler Wolf, keep an eye on him in the 4W. He comes to us out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. The winner starts on the Victory Fuel pole here tonight. The top 4 advancing in 1,500 to start here tonight. 25K to win. Jonathan Davenport, he's won this race 4 times in his career. Right now, with the points lead, 50 points ahead. Of course, he got the 10 bonus points, and it's not official till after it's official, right?
That's right. That's right. That's
$5,000. It's going to either go to him or Thornton after tonight.
We have
what a good chunk of money.
Yes, we have seen that here before. It's not official until it becomes official, as you like to say.
Right. That's exactly right. So Thornton comes tonight with 10 wins. Davenport and Moran each at 5. O'Neal at 3. Again, Davenport came in 50 ahead. Thanks to Summit Racing Equipment, the Super 12, the top 12, they will split $16,000. So first place is $5,000. Everybody else is going to get $1,000, and that 12th spot still in doubt heading in tonight between Spencer Hughes and Dan Ebert.
We thank the good folks from Summit Racing Equipment
Yes,
for jumping on board with that once again here this year. All right, caution light's going to be turned off. Rob Penrod pointing at the drivers. That tells them they're going to go green flag racing next time by. Once again, 8 laps. 8 laps will be the distance. The top 4 will race their way into the CMH Diamond Nationals presented by Veland. And the winner, as you said, James, the winner of this one starts on the Victory Fuel pole here tonight. Jonathan Davenport, Aaron Morant lead Penske Shocks heat race number 1 into the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone.
Sporting the Midwest Sheep and Loin spoiler, the new points leader back into 1. Davenport, Morant slings it out high. Here comes Gordy Gundaker to second, 11 down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, Morant looks to the bottom, and he throws it in on Gundaker. Here comes O'Neal. Out of turn 4, O'Neal again has won 4 out of the last 6 here at Wheatland.
Gordy Gundaker took that second spot back away from Aaron Morant right there, and now Morant's in danger of losing the 3rd position. Hudson O'Neal's got a good run down to the inside through turns 3 and 4, trying to bring Justin Wells with him. Garrett Alberson has fallen back, James. He runs in the 6th position right now, 2 spots out of a transfer.
And remember, he is in that battle for that 4th and final spot into the championship chase heading towards the end of September. Right now, Davenport almost a straightaway lead over Gundaker. O'Neal runs in 3rd, battle side by side. Give it to Wells over Morant. Justin Wells. What a great run he had here in the Show Me 100 weekend down the back straightaway. That TNT number 98.
And that is, as you said, James, that is the battle for the transfer halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go, and Jonathan Davenport is just picking them up and putting them away. He's got a 3-second advantage, nearly a full straightaway over Gordy Gundaker and Hudson O'Neal, and that battle for the final transfer on your screen between the 98 of Justin Wells and the 1X of Aaron Morant.
Is there anybody right now better at Eldora or Wheatland than Jonathan Davenport?
Well, Ricky Thornton Jr. was better than him last night.
He was.
But we'll see what
Thornton already
happens
given
tonight.
Davenport the win by a straightaway, right?
And he ended
up winning by 5 straightaway himself. Out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They will head to the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go. Right now, second spot is getting close. Gundaker down the back straightaway, trying to hold off Hudson Hill in turn 3, and already off of 4. JD takes the Barron's Performance. 1 to go. White flag.
Final time around, Jonathan Davenport is absolutely spanking the field in this one. A 5. Oh, and he's got trouble. Trouble for Superman Jonathan Davenport. He slows on the back straightaway.
Are you serious?
Gordy Gundaker inherits the lead as they come around turns 3 and 4 to the checkered flag. Gordy Gundaker will win Penske Shocks Heat Race number 1.
What just happened?
Goodness.
What just happened? 49, no power.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The final lap, a 5-second lead for Jonathan Davenport. Gordy Gundaker
will start on the pole of the 19th annual CMH Diamond Nationals presented by Veland. Morant gets 4th, Wells 3rd, O'Neill 2nd, and your winner in the JB Salvage Bitcoin Benz Crypto Club, RLM Enterprises, Hoker Trucking, McKay Corporation, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body. Number 11, your pole sitter tonight's going to be Gordy Gundaker.
Gordy Gundaker, the 28th different heat race winner this year, the 12th different Victory Fuel pole sitter, and he'll pull off the helmet. He wins Penske Shocks Heat 1. Gordy, better to be lucky than good any day. How about that, man? What went through your mind when you saw the 49 lose power?
I mean, great. You know, I also hate that for JD and them. JD and his entire group are nothing but great to me, and it's like a mentor. So I hate that, but man, you'd rather be lucky than good, literally any day. And we've been busting our asses lately. You know, really got back to work after last night. Struggled early, and I told them guys that if we could disqualify good and do get through our heat race, I feel like we have a good piece for the feature. So, man, I can't thank all my great sponsors: Bitcoin Benz Crypto Club, Hoker Trucking, JB Salvage, Longhorn Chassis, Bilstein Shocks. I love Wheatland, and man, I'm so pumped we won a heat race.
How about that? Gordy Gundaker, your Victory Fuel pole sitter here tonight, and that's why you said, DJ, it's not official till it's official.
Yeah, wow. Absolutely. Jonathan Davenport had to get pushed back in, so that 49 car lost power. Something happened. If we get word, we'll pass it along to you as the drone follows the 49 back to the Double L Motorsports hauler. Meanwhile, James, we've got Summit Racing Heat 2 on the track.
That changes the whole night, basically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tyler Kuykendall. He's out of Warsaw, Missouri. He race winner here last night. And Spencer Hughes, a driver he overtook on the last lap last night of a race. He's out of Merida, Mississippi, 19M.
Caden Klatt inside row 2 on his outside, the 18D. Big Perm Dalton Wilson.
Carson Ferguson, Lincoln to North Carolina. Trevor Gundaker. His brother just won Heat 1. Dan Ebert, Ryan Johnson. Summit Racing Heat number 2. We will find out what happened to the 49. Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Can Tyler Kuykendall win 2 heats in a row here at Wheatland this weekend? Here we go.
8 laps, top 4 transfer. Winner starts 3rd here tonight. Oh, and Kuykendall shoves up the racetrack coming off turn number 2. That opens up the door for Big Perm Dalton Wilson. Wilson with a run down to the inside of Spencer Hughes. Hughes, though, with a better run off 4. Wilson pushes up the track. Kuykendall back to 2nd.
Yeah, not sure he took the nose off that car there in the air. Here comes Trevor Gundaker on the bottom. Spencer Hughes down the back straightaway looking for his first heat race win here. He thought he had one here last night. Kuykendall beat him on the last lap here last night. And right now, Hughes leads Kuykendall with 2 down in this race. Here comes the Big Perm back at 18D.
Yeah, Spencer Hughes with a 1.3 second advantage. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Driving into your living room, Tyler Kuykendall trying to turn back the advances of Dalton Wilson and Caden Klatt side by side for 2nd. Down the front straightaway, Big Perm with a run, and he just gave him the elbow into 1 and 2.
Wow, here we go into 3. I think these guys are pumped up after that. It's like, man, Davenport was walking away 5 seconds and he was going to be on the pole tonight, but he is right now at the trailer out at turn number 2. Spencer Hughes has got a half a straightaway lead. Battle for 2nd. Kuykendall and the Big Perm. Here comes Caden Klatt. Caden Klatt of that Millard Family Chapels 50 into turn 1. Dustin, 3 to go.
Yep, 5 down, 3 up as 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on your screen now. 2.1 seconds back of Spencer Hughes. Dalton Wilson trying to hang on to that 2nd position. Again, the winner of this one starts 3rd here tonight, and Spence continues to stretch his advantage this time by James. He'll be staring at that Barron's Performance. 1 to go.
Remember, Hughes trying to hang on to that 12th spot in the points. He's only a few ahead of Ebert. White flag is out. Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing Heat Race win of 2025. Dustin Carey.
Get it done off corner number 4. Spencer Hughes wins Summit Racing Heat number 2. Second is Dalton Wilson. Third, Tyler Kuykendall. And Caden Klatt will pick up that final transfer ahead of Trevor Gundaker, Carson Ferguson, Ryan Johnson, and Dan Ebert. So Caden Klatt will finish in the 4th spot. Third goes to Tyler Kuykendall. Second will be the 18D of Dalton Wilson, and the winner of Summit Racing Heat number 2 in that Colton Miller JCM Motorsports Yellowhammer Design and Construction Clyburn Tank Lines, Lone Star Supergas, Neon Bubbles Car Wash, DriveBarstow.com sponsored. Number 19M, a 3-time winner this season. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Spencer Hughes.
Spencer Hughes trying to become the 94th different driver to win a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature, his 3rd Simpson Race Products Heat Race win of the year, a 4-time Diamond National starter, 9th, his best finish in 22. Spencer, last night it got away from you on the final lap of the heat race. No chance of it tonight, though. What did you learn from last night that you're using tonight?
Well, I don't know, maybe how to run up front again. It's, you know, we've been struggling for a little bit, so it's good to come back out here, and I always love coming to Wheatland. It's an awesome facility, and I've always had some good runs here, but I just got to thank all my guys for standing behind me and everybody at JCM, and shout out to Charlotte. It's her birthday yesterday, so you know, and thanks to Chris Five Shots and Daryl Posey and HUD and Jason and all them. So get this thing tuned up.
All right, Spencer Hughes, he picks up the win. He'll start 3rd tonight. Also, guys, going back to Mississippi, we want to send thoughts and prayers out to Rick and Charlotte Rickman, the passing of their son Trey this week. We just want to let you know the whole racing world's thinking about the Rickman family here this weekend. We got you guys.
Absolutely. You see they've unloaded the backup car there for the 49. And of all people, James, look underneath the right front of the car that's down there on the right. That's Gordy Gundaker, who just won the heat race, going to work and helping out the 49 team again as they unload the backup car.
Unbelievable. I thought maybe he thought he had taken the checkered flag, but obviously not. He ran out of the power. We still haven't heard officially what happened, but here we go. Heat number 3. Brandon Overton and Brandon Shepard.
Be Devin Moran and Tony Jackson Jr. in row 2, Jackson Erdl and Donald McIntosh in row 3, Peyton Looney, Brennan Willard has scratched, Rob Huff has made it to the track, 8 cars, 8 laps, Cool at Thermotech Heat 3, top 4 advance. Winner starts on the outside front row tonight.
Nutrien Solutions starts with the Brandons into 1, Overton and Shepard. This is for the outside of the front row for the Diamond Nationals. Again, only one previous winner is here, and that is Jonathan Davenport. And he's either going to have to come out of B main or have a provisional here tonight. Overton leads into 1. The Dude Wipe 76. The Valvoline 1 runs in 2nd, and here comes Devin Moran at 99.
He is in the 3rd spot with Tony Jackson Jr. right now, holding down the final transfer. TJJ on the outside of the racetrack in 56. Brandon Overton is your race leader, not pulling away, though, only 0.6 of a second over that battle you're looking at for 2nd. Brandon Shepard has it. James and Devin Moran's trying to take it away.
Rob Huff out of this one. This track is great down the main straightaway. It's Overton out in front, Shepard and Moran. Richard Turner, thank you for all the work you did. It was another hot day here in Missouri as we go into turn 3 as Overton pulling away the Dude Wipes. Longhorn Anthony Burrows is the crew chief on the 76 car, looking for their 2nd series win of the year. If he wins this one, he'll be on the outside of the front row alongside Gordy Gundaker.
Remember, Brandon Shepard, as you mentioned, looking for his 2nd, or Brandon Overton rather, looking for his 2nd win. Picked up that win at Circle City 2 months ago, and he is out front still in this one, James, holding steady at about a 1-second advantage over Brandon Shepard and Devin Moran. Both those drivers, they kind of separated out just a little bit now, yielding down to the bottom of the speedway. Tony Jackson Jr. remains in that final transfer. Jackson Erdl trying to reel him in.
Yeah, Erdl had a good qualifying time in that 1 quarter. He was started inside row number 3. Still got about 3 car lengths behind Tony Jackson Jr. as they head to the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go. It's 1 second the advantage for Brandon Overton over Brandon Shepard.
Again, that lead has been 1 second just about the entire race for the Dude Wipe 76 of Brandon Overton. Barron's Performance 1 to go was just shown, checkered flag in the air this time. The winner of Cool at Thermotech Heat 3's Big Sexy, Brandon Overton. Brandon Shepard 2nd, Devin Moran 3rd, 4th is Tony Jackson Jr. The balance of the field then goes to a B main. Erdl, McIntosh, Looney, and Huff. Jackson fourth, Moran third, Shep second. There's your winner out of Evans, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Big Sexy Brandon Overton of the Rick's Motorsports Longhorn Factory Team. Napa Auto Parts, Dude Wipes from Sea Valley Transportation, Garto Southern, Heartbeat Hot Sauce 76.
Brandon Overton, a winner here last night in his heat race, 6th in the feature. Brandon, 2 nights, 2 heat race wins tonight. Outside front row, what do you need for 50 laps to get 25,000?
A little bit of luck and just make some good decisions. We're steadily working on this thing. We're getting it better. Yeah, just want to thank my crew and all the sponsors. Appreciate these fans coming out, try to get this thing in before this rain comes.
All right, Georgia's Brandon Overton. He picks it up the win in Kuwait Thermotech Heat 3. Guys, he's got 4 Diamond Nationals starts, 4th back in 2023, his best performance.
He's turned into Jim Cantori. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Simpson Race Products heat number 4, our final heat of the night. Coming up on the pole, last night's winner, the defending series champion, the 20 RT out of Chandler, Arizona. It's Ricky Thornton Jr. and outside trying to pull off an upset here. In the 96, he's out of Jamestown, Missouri. It is Dalton Imhoff.
Row 2 on the inside, Robeline, Louisiana's Kate Dillard in the 97, and on his outside, out of Earlham, Iowa, in the double deuce, it's going to be Daniel Hilsebeck.
It'll be Corey Lawler, the 93, Hanover, Pennsylvania. Last night's third-placed runner, Clay Harris. He's out of Jupiter, Florida, in 6.
And your final 2 starters, Darren Fuquay in the 87, and Clay Stuckey, hoping that he's got the bugs worked out of that number 15. Again, final heat race of the night is Simpson Race Products, heat race number 4, 8 laps, top 4 advance. And the winner of this one will start outside row 2 of the 19th annual Diamond Nationals.
Race car engineering pace track makes its way to the infield. Final heat of the night. Simpson Race Products heat 4 at the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing. 4 more to the show. The green is out at the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone.
And Ricky Thornton Jr. gets a good start there, James. He immediately powers ahead. Dalton Imhoff trying to keep the 97 of Kate Dillard and the 22 of Daniel Hilsebeck behind him. And here comes the 97 of Dillard back down to the inside. Throws a slider, takes second away. Kate Dillard up to P2.
Threw that one into Springfield. Did Dillard. He goes drifts high. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Imhoff. 97 and 96, second and third. Elzebig fourth. Out in front, it's Ricky Thornton Jr. with 2 scored.
Daniel Hilsebeck remains in that final transfer just ahead of Corey Lawler. Ricky Thornton Jr. stretched out to a 1.4 second advantage in this one. Daniel Hilsebeck, good run down to the inside of Dalton Imhoff. Imhoff, though, able to keep that red 22 behind him for the time being. 5 laps remaining in the final heat race of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
How about Poncho, son? Corey Lawler right there, that 4th and final spot between 3 cars. Imhoff, Hilsebeck, and Lawler, but Ricky Thornton Jr. is 1.5 the last time around. The Bobby and Jessica Kohler car 50 points behind Davenport heading into tonight. We know what happened to him in Heat 1. Thornton trying to start 4th in the main event tonight. It'll be 50 laps, 25,000 to win.
This time by 3 laps remaining, and it's Ricky Thornton Jr. by 1.7 seconds over Kate Dillard and Dalton Imhoff. And Daniel Hilsebeck remains in the final transfer, followed by Lawler, Harris, Fuquay, and Stuckey. 2 to go, this time by for RTJ.
Jack Cornett power under the hood of that 20 RT now to turn number 2. Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. It's 2 seconds the advantage over Kate Dillard. Dalton Imhoff, Daniel Hilsebeck, Corey Lawler runs in 5th. And off at turn 4, DJ Rob Penrod, the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go for the defending series champion.
Final time around for the driver of the 20 RT, Ricky Thornton Jr. A 2.1 second advantage for the driver that grabbed the win here last night. He's going to start 4th here tonight. Ricky Thornton Jr. does it in Simpson Race Products. Heat 4, second to Kate Dillard. 3rd will be Dalton Imhoff, and Daniel Hilsebeck races his way in. Lawler, Harris, Fuquay, and Stuckey on the outside looking in. It's Hilsebeck 4th, Imhoff 3rd, Dillard 2nd, and the winner of Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4 is Ricky Thornton Jr. in the Ultimate Towing and Recovery Elite Ready Mix Capital Waste Certified Inspection Services, Copeland Farms Racing, Hoker Trucking, Knight Companies, Kohler Motorsports number 20 RT.
His 18th Simpson Race Products Heat Race Win of the Year comes in Simpson Race Products Heat 4 here tonight. The defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion, Ricky Thornton Jr. Ricky, one night after a dominant win, your competitor for the top of the point standings, JD, has some trouble with mechanical issues in the heat race. You're going to start 4th. I want to know, what do you see out of this racetrack right now tonight versus what you saw last night?
I think track's in really good shape again. Obviously, Casey and everyone here at Lucas Oil Speedway is doing a good job
kind of hoping they just push us through. I think it's going to rain here in about 30, 45 minutes or so. So hopefully the rain holds off. We can get our feature in. But if not, got to thank all the fans for coming out. Sharp Advantage, I know Dave and Tina are watching. CJ, Melanie Jones Racing Products are watching. Everyone at Kohler Motorsports, excited to be back at Wheatland. Kind of wish we were here for a few more days.
Well, guys, you got Brandon Overton over weather.com. A National Weather Service has Ricky Thornton Jr. They're all making their weather predictions. We're going to hope they're all wrong, and we crank this one through here tonight.
Well, we've also got on-call meteorologist Shane Freeby up here with us. He's jumping on the headset not to give a weather report, but to give the call for the first of 4 heat races, right, for the Superstocks.
I've said all day it's going to miss us. That's just what I'm going with. So maybe Ricky Nostradamus Thornton knows something I don't know.
Oh, man.
And by the way,
yes,
I told you earlier, 33 Superstocks.
Yeah.
We added one